is finally here. It's game week, and as I said yesterday, this doesn't ever get old. The excitement, the anticipation is real. Our guys have worked incredibly hard for the last 8 months, coaches and players, preparing for this. This is kind of what you work for. And so it's exciting time for the 22 team. Team 128 couldn't be more excited to just go watch them play. It's that time to go play somebody else, to go compete, and kind of see where we're at. So got UTEP coming in here, as we've said all along as well. It's about us, and you know, a veteran team's coming in here from El Paso, but I really want to see our guys compete, you know, to the standards of Oklahoma football, you know, with uncommon effort and toughness and discipline, physicality, to play the game the right way in all three phases. Excited to see a bunch of young guys we have. I believe it's over 50% of our roster's never been in a Sooner football game, so that's exciting to us. I know there's been a bunch of freshman guys that just got here that are in that two deep as well. But from the transfers and the freshmen, and then guys that maybe have been here in the past prior to January that haven't been in a game as well. So that's exciting to me, to get an opportunity to mold them and shape them and see them go compete for the first time out here in this stadium is a really neat thing to be a part of.
UTEP obviously coming off of a loss to North Texas, close first half, had their moments. Did anything jump out at you, stand out to you about things that they do well that can maybe concern you a little bit?
Just confirmation for what we saw. They're a bowl team. Dana's done a great job, building that program the right way, with confidence and toughness and physicality. They got the best player, arguably, is their quarterback. He's a great leader. Everything goes through him. Really tough guy. They did a great job in the transfer portal. They lost a couple of receivers in the transfer portal, and they got a couple of junior college players, and 1 and 4 in particular. Got good, strong, big physical backs. They're committed to the run game. Probably the best coached part of their team is the offensive line. Head coach is an offensive line coach, and they know exactly what they're doing. They make very few mistakes. They're usually in position to keep themselves out of harm's way, if you will, in regards to what you're doing on defense. They know how to attack all the fronts and coverages and your pressures, how to pick it up. They do a really nice job not exposing themselves to a lot of negative plays. And they're in a lot of tight games a year ago, and this was a tight game. They missed some opportunities. They snapped the ball over the quarterback's head on 4th and goal at the 1, and had a guy wide open on the 5-yard line, and he dropped it dead to right, and which was a touchdown, walk-in touchdown, and then they missed a chip shot field goal to begin the game. So they're 17 points of an 18-point deficit. Always judge a team too. Okay, who they play, what is that team about? And knowing North Texas, I think that maybe was their 6th or 7th straight win. In the best rushing team in their conference is North Texas. So you're looking at that too. That's what UTEP faced, And again, I thought that one thing that UTEP does well is they try to keep the ball away from your offense. And so they do that, again, by being patient, knowing when to take their shots at all the right opportunities, and they'll double move you and try to isolate you outside where you can't give guys help. And guys got to have to, make competitive plays on the football. And then they have some ways to protect the quarterback, to give time for some cross-country type routes to get open. And you're like, how did he get so wide open? But they do a nice job in play design too, Bill Snyder's one of the best offensive minds in the history of college football, in my opinion, and that's Dana's, that's his root system, and so he's done a nice job wherever he's been, and he got these guys believing his guys will play loose and they'll play aggressive. That's who Dana is, and defensively they're really aggressive, and they're going to make you earn everything you get. And so it'll be a great challenge, for us. This is a group that, again, they believe in what they're doing. That's a tough loss for them, but the reality is they know they were in that game, and this is a great opportunity for them to go on the road and build as a team.
Yeah, Brent, you inherited this schedule, and some of the future schedules already set. But what would your ideal schedule look like? What's your scheduling philosophy? Whether Big 12, SEC, doesn't matter. And also knowing that eventually TV is going to tell you who to play.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the schedule now and going forward?
Whoever they put in front of us, because you're right. Every once in a while they might ask me my opinion, but at the end of the day, they're going to do what they want to do. And so I'm not trying to avoid the question. I want our guys. This is Oklahoma, and playing on the biggest stage and the biggest games is what this place has been used to. I know what, having worked here for 13 years, I have a very clear vision for what Joe Castiglione's philosophy is in regards to playing a marquee non-conference, and then again something that also is going to put people in the stands. From a non-conference standpoint, and so whatever his philosophy is, I'm in full support. I try to control the controllables, and our job is to get our team ready to play. And to me, I want to be inside out as a program, and so whoever it is, again, it's still about us, and we need to play the best version of us every week. Is what it's all about, and not play to an opponent. And again, as I said before, not whether it's a home venue or it's on the road or it's, again, the uniforms, the time of the day, the temperature, this point spread, all those things, none of that matters. It's got to be about us. And so I really don't spend any time when it comes to that. I've had some sit-downs with Joe, and then moving forward, there's things that are here in the next few years that'll be in our future. And but I love big games. If you look at the track record, and nobody asked me what I thought at Clemson, but Clemson would open up with a marquee team many years, whether it was Auburn or Georgia, somebody like that, somebody on the first few games, and I think that's great for the fans, great for the players and the team. I think it creates an excitement with anticipation, looking forward to the season. They're going to be excited anyway, but when you put whoever it is, in the past we've had a Oregon or a UCLA or a Ohio State or a Washington, those types of teams. Those are, marquee names that everybody's going to be excited about.
For more information, you can visit TulsaWorld.com.